Welcome everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Welcome to Creative Alliance presents Creative Collab Night. Every third Wednesday of the month we're right here at Good Beans Cafe, the luxurious Flint Cafe in Carriagetown. Bring a song, bring a poem, bring a dance, bring a story, bring anything that you wish to share with us, and I promise you we will not heckle or throw anything. We're a great audience. Please come out. My name's Al, I'm the host. Let me know if you need anything. The sign-up sheet is right here. One column is for your name, the next column asks you if it's okay to record because we got Ken in the back recording. And also the other sign-up sheet has to do with if it's okay to be right there, right on the video. That's a release form saying it's okay because this airs on public access, channel 17 on Comcast, every Monday,
every Monday at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
If it's not this show, it's a different video from Flynn.
Right. So let me know if I can do anything for you. I'm gonna get things started here. It's kind of an instrumental, but I might sing as well. All right, this is a traditional tune called Shenandoah. right, thank you. All right, once again, welcome to Creative Collab Night. I'm gonna ask everyone, since we all gathered in here after I started playing, how y'all feeling tonight?
Pretty good.
How y'all feeling tonight? All right, let's try to keep the energy high. Give it up for people when they're up here. We pride ourselves in a great audience that anything goes. If you're trying out something new, if you've never done it before, if you're nervous, this is a great place to do it. And so let's keep that going. My name is Al. I'm a host. Let me know if I can do anything for you. If you need a special mic, or we got a keyboard, we got a drum set, we got multiple mics. Let me know if I can do anything for you. Sign up sheets right here on the right. It's just one for your name, one for the column to ask you if it's okay to record. And then we have another clipboard to the left of that talking about a release form. So it's okay to videotape it, because this actually goes on public access television, channel 17, on Comcast on Mondays. So you can also be a local celebrity if you're here. Okay. We're gonna bring a very regular to the collab night, Gary Flynn up here. He has something special prepared like he does every month. Please give it up for Gary.
Thank you. Now, did anyone get to see the Creative Alliance TV show on Comcast 17? For those who have not, I've recorded it, and I've captured my segment and uploaded it on YouTube. I put links to it on my own Facebook page, Gary Flynn, GaryFlinn, or my book's Facebook page, Remembering Flint, Michigan. Either one, you'll see the clip of myself reading my current broadside piece about Flint's cross-dressing Civil War soldier, which went very well. I'm going to give you a teaser of my next broadside piece. Of course, you know about Flint's most controversial structure, the one that's become a white elephant, which some want it preserved, but it's going to take many millions of dollars. Others, like myself, I'd like to see it torn down. But let's talk about why that building came to be. So let's go back to the year 1965. Flint's population had reached this peak of almost 200,000 people before the suburbs cut into the city's population. Flint's big regional shopping malls had not yet been built, so downtown Flint was still Flint's commercial center. With this stated, 1965 was also the year when the Flint's main banks made a big announcement. On November 20th, 1965, a new 18-story office building with an estimated cost of about $6.5 million was announced to be built on the southwest corner of East 1st and Harrison Streets. The major tenant will be Genesee Merchants Bank and Trust Company. It will occupy the first level and one of two basement levels. The announcement was made at a noon press conference at the Flint Golf Club. Construction required the removal of structures, which were a 4-story building housing Smith Richmond's First Street store, Bill Lamb Record Shop, the Marquee Dress Shop, and a household finance company office. Also be torn down was the Hurlick's H&S store and the Old Garden Theater, which was built in 1939 and replaced the Bijou Theater, which was renamed the Garden in 1915. It was Flint's first vaudeville theater, which opened in 1905. The newer Garden Theater closed in 1957 due to competition from television. Demolition commenced on February 1st, 1966, and it took about 2.5 months to clear the site and prepare for the formal groundbreaking, which took place on April 12th. The building was constructed by National Building Corporation of Nashville, Tennessee, and was originally jointly owned and operated by National Building and Overseas Investors Inc. of New York City. Piper Realty Company of Flint handled the leasing arrangements. The design of the building incorporates a parking ramp for the 2nd to 9th floors with a 10-story office tower above it. The building was constructed using reinforced concrete for the framework, with the concrete provided by Polymer Concrete Products. On December 2nd, 1968, Genesee Bank held its grand opening of its new main office at Genesee Towers. Why they call it towers for plural, I haven't figured out yet. Its former main office at 352 South Saginaw Street at Kersley Street would continue to operate as a branch office for a few years. The new office, now this is from the ad, boasted free parking inside the parking ramp, while banking along with up-to-the-minute facilities with a spacious, well-lighted lobby and tastefully appointed offices designed to create a relaxed atmosphere conducive to unhurried, thoughtful transactions. Want to find out more? Well, let's wait until next broadside comes out and I'll do another read-along. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Last month, Al spoke of a project that him and his wife are working on concerning, a recording about Halloween, is that correct? A collection of songs concerning Halloween?
Yeah.
So I figured I'm going to perform a song that I wrote. The idea was, when a person sits down to write a Christmas song, it's kind of daunting because you're not going to actually break that market. I mean, there's about several hundred songs that you will never probably supplant. But in regard of writing a Halloween song, there's really only one, and that's Monster Mash. So it's not quite as daunting because people don't write Halloween songs and they don't generally enter into our consciousness in the same degree to which, say, Monster Mash has, but certainly the degree to which any of those Christmas songs. I work retail, so basically from middle of October to seems like the middle of January, I have to listen to all those songs all the time. It's fun, and I'm full-time, so there's no escape. This song's called Pumpkin. Jack-o'-lantern, could I pick your brain? Do you suppose that you could explain? Could you help me to figure this out? How every year now since the great drought, the judges no longer act surprised. They walk up to her, they award her first prize. That girl is something. That girl is something. That girl is something. She always takes a ribbon for her pumpkin. Now you can say I'm a curious man, I'm a thinker too, and I think I've got a plan. Hired myself out to her daddy as a scarecrow. Stand back and watch how she makes it grow. Might be the lighting, oh it could be the seed. It's a very impressive pumpkin indeed. That girl is something. That girl is something. That girl is something. She always takes a ribbon for her pumpkin. And it's harvest moon, fertility dance, and every day is like the county fair. You see, her daddy owns a cattle ranch that makes her one big dairy air. That girl is something. That girl is something. That girl is something. She always takes a ribbon for her pumpkin. Jack-o'-lantern, could I pick your brain? Okay. I wish I had worked up 3 different songs like that, but I'm going to go in a different direction with this song. I'm probably going to stand up. perform this one. This is a subgenre of song that I perform out that never really gets any kind of reaction anyway, but I like doing these type of songs. They're called, it's kind of a poem song poem. It's called Magic Land. I wrote this, about 1985, when I was about 20 years old. I'm hearing voices from a magic land that take a lifetime for me to decode. Meanwhile, I'm stranded at a fork in the road, chasing choices that I've never planned, and hearing voices from a magic land. I want to take you on a foggy night to a vacant grade school playground and dance to the traffic's distant sound just to wake you by the morning light. I want to take you on a foggy night. I know how much you want to enter the elusive circles of the sun, to be approved by everyone. I've seen them touch you, I've seen you splinter, I've seen how much you want to enter. Looking back, I see you had it all planned. There you were, chanting formula and statistics, casting spells across a magic land. That night you stumbled and humbled all the mystics. Thunder on a midnight walk, and it's enough to split my mind in two. How can they hold back someone like you? It makes me wonder of the times we talk. It's a thunder on a midnight walk. I want to bring you to a sacred beach where no human has ever spoke, where worn out tire hangs from an oak just to swing you till we're never again out of reach. I want to bring you to a sacred beach. I know how much you want to enter the elusive circles of the sun, to be approved by everyone. I've seen them touch you, I've seen you splinter, I've seen how much you want to enter. Looking back, I see you had it all planned. There you were, chanting formula and statistics, casting spells across a magic land. That night you stumbled and humbled all the mystics. I want to listen to your every word. I know the dam's about to overfill. I want to be there when the rivers spill, when hounds are hissing songs of the absurd. I want to listen to your every word. I'm hearing stories about your childhood, how you grew up with so much guilt, when like the rose you chose to bloom, not wilt among the glories in the wild wood. I'm hearing stories about your childhood. I'm hearing voices from a magic land that take a lifetime for me to decode. Meanwhile, I'm stranded at a fork in the road, choices that I've never planned. Hearing voices from a magic land. I'm hearing voices from a magic land. I'm hearing voices from a magic land. Okay, this last piece, I usually save it for winter, but I'm about just a few weeks away, about a week away from going out west to visit my girlfriend who lives 700 miles from me. Yeah. And so this song was inspired by the traveling back and forth and facing the dangers of the roads and snare.
Yeah,
Is there something sitting on the snare, like a?
I think it's underneath.
All right.
Ghost.
Feel the miles melt away on this cold December night. Another truck pulls off the road in the lane to my right. In the distance, lights are blinking beyond a sleepy row of farms. Signal tower got me to thinking, could you please channel some of Sam Cooke's charm? Signal tower, empower me, guide me through this blizzard's harm. Empower me, and in an hour she will be in my arms. On the radio leads me through this winter's mess. Otis Redding offers me advice. Try a little tenderness. Windshield wiper wages war with this unrepenting sleep. My foot is tapping on the floor to the unrelenting beat. Signal tower, empower me, guide me through this winter's harm. Empower me, in an hour she will be in my arms. Feel the miles melt away on this cold December night. Another truck pulls off the road in the lane to my right. Windshield wiper wages war with this unrepenting sleep. My foot is tapping on the floor to the unrelenting beat. Signal tower, empower me, guide me through this blizzard's harm. Empower me, in an hour she will be in my arms. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you, Al. Good evening, guys, girls. It's always fun coming down here. Got a mixed demographic, older people, young people. I like that. Some of the younger people probably don't remember this jingle, but maybe they do. that is?
Coca-Cola.
Hey, Coca-Cola. Yeah. If you could write a jingle like that, I had to bring in some money because that was one of those songs that went around the world, all languages. Just on my mind for a second there.
You know Alice's restaurant?
Yeah, that one too, yeah. You know, I do that, but it takes about 2.5 hours, so I don't think they'll go for that tonight.
Well, I was just sitting there.
Yeah.
I learned that little riff at one point.
Yeah, and it goes on forever. Anybody here speak French? Oh, okay. That's about how many words I know. This song has 3 French words. C'est bon. C'est bon. Lovers say that in France, when they thrill to romance, it means it sounds so good. I said c'est bon. Lovers say that in France, when they thrill to romance, it means it's so good. Oh, it's so fine, and the feeling's sublime. Nothing else can compare to having you this near. And if you only would be mine for all time, I would whisper this phrase the rest of my days. Well, every word, every sigh, every kiss, dear, it leads to only one thought, and it's this, dear. Oh, it's so good, nothing else can replace just your slightest embrace. You know it's c'est bon. I said c'est bon. Lovers say that in France, when they thrill to romance, it means it's all so good. C'est bon. So I say this to you, like the French people do, because it's all so good. C'est bon. Thank you. That's the extent of my French.
Translate? What does that mean?
It's so good, yeah. I guess in today's language it'd be, that's bad, man, that's, you know.
All I recall is that romantic 1969 oldie, Je t'aime mon plus.
What is it?
I love you.
Oh,
That's how it
okay.
translates.
Yeah. Let's see. Al does a lot of the older stuff. It's surprising. Al's quite a bit younger than me, and he pulls these old songs out. And he does some Roger Miller stuff, who I really like. Roger Miller was popular back in the 60s and 70s, a really good songwriter. A lot of his music lives on today. And this song is Husbands and Wives, and you know, it's kind of a sad statistic, but in the time that we're living in now, 1 out of every 2 marriages end in divorce. So there's something wrong with that whole setup, I guess. But some of the reasons for that, I guess the 2 primary reasons for people breaking up are money problems and infidelity, which, well, that's a home record for sure. But there are other reasons, and Roger Miller was onto something years ago when he wrote this. It's called Husbands and Wives. it's my belief pride is the chief cause in the decline in the number of husbands and wives. Two lives filled with the promise of the way things could have been. Too little kindness and a lack of compassion on both ends. The angry words spoken in haste, such a waste of two lives. Now it's my belief pride is the chief cause in the decline in the number of husbands and wives. Breakup in the number of husbands and wives.
Yeah.
My friend Brian Pobocik asked me about a song that I wrote some time back. It's called Thomas Jefferson Blues. I usually do it at certain times of the year, like Memorial Day, 4th of July. I'm not a real political type of person, but it has somewhat of a political slant, I guess. Thomas Jefferson, for those of you who majored in history or had some interest in history, was one of the main framers of the Declaration of Independence, and he knew a few things about rights and freedoms. So therefore I called the song Thomas Jefferson Blues. And I got the idea from hanging around coffee shops and barber shops, VFW halls, any place where there's a water cooler where people are complaining about the condition of things today. And there's a lot of things to complain about, but the good thing is living in America, you can do that. But anyway, I took some of these complaints that I was hearing and I just put them in a song. It's not that I agree with what I heard, but you know, I'll throw it out there to you. Kind of a talking blues. Jefferson said, freedom for all, that's what we're all about. But lately, some are feeling left out. Now you gotta wear your seatbelt when you're riding in your car. No matter if you're going near or far. Now you can't ride your Harley without a helmet. Well, you can now. You can protest all you want, but just do it. You can carry your gun, keep it hid, but you can't wear it out like old Davy Crockett did. What would our forefathers think of all this? Is this the America they had on their list? Now you're all gonna get some health care, like it or not. So drop your drawers and get ready for the shot. Yeah, I know this is the land of the free and the brave, and Uncle Sam's got your back from here to the grave. But don't try to light no cigarette up in here, or they'll haul you off to, well, I don't know where. Seems they're taking all our rights away. What would old Thomas Jefferson say? Freedom for all, that's what we're all about. But lately, some are feeling left out. Now you can't do no texting when you're driving in your car. No more typing out a novel with two thumbs. Driving like Earnhardt. You can't talk about God when you're going to school, in case some non-believer might tell on you. Well, somewhere along Anyway, we got off the tracks. I don't know if we'll ever get it back. But you know it's true, Uncle Sam just wants the best for you. And as for your other rights, well, he's gonna get those too. Seems they're taking all our rights away. But what old Thomas Jefferson said, freedom for all, that's what we're all about. But lately, some are feeling left out. Well, one thing we all can agree on is God bless America. Protect our troops. Bring them home safe. One final footnote to this song. I tried to pitch this song to Tom Burdett. He's a spokesperson for Motel 6. You've heard him on the radio. Well, I thought Tom had the perfect voice for this song. I finally got a hold of him and I played it for him. Well, he said, Lee, I'm not interested in the song, but I'll leave the light on for you. Say what? Leave the light on this. Freedom for all, that's what we're all about. But lately, some are feeling left out.
I'm really not a skillful public speaker, so bear with me. This writer's circle, we started first in 2005, and it's went through a couple of incantations, and we just started it up back a few weeks ago. We meet on Thursdays at 7 at Churchill's, and basically what we do is it's just a place for you to meet other local writers and discuss being a writer with other writers, and have a chance to share some of your work. We usually go in a circle and share a few pieces each. And the last few weeks when we first get there, we've been writing this collaborative poem, which is called a Renga. And basically, the first person writes 3 lines and leaves like a visual for the next person. Then they write 2 lines, building on the first line, building on the visual that was left for them, and then leaving a visual for another person. And I was just going to read a couple of those that we wrote. Share it there so you can see how they go. This one was September 6th we wrote this. I think Gary and Terry Kinsey and Nick Custer were the ones that actually we wrote this together. So, a dusty memory of industrial prosperity exists in this fallen city while we build a new foundation for the arts. The foundation that was poured rises and becomes a performing arts center, a center that becomes the center of attention, with performance artists in line to audition, expression stitching up the schism, a schism in the land like a pothole in the road to the future. The road and its potholes is like a metaphor for the obstacles that are before us and the brand new path we are laying down. The path has many twists and turns, so steer clear with your 10 speed. Gary. Your 10-speed push the whole 9 yards and persevere. Be prepared with patches, pump, and water bottle near. Riding off into the sunset, cooling, burning motion. Right before blinking into dusk, the sunset twists into invisible spectrums of rainbow energies.
Nice.
They're really kind of fun to write, and they're kind of neat how they turn out sometimes, and it really works out because nobody ever shows up at 7. There's usually like 1 or 2 of us there at 7, or 3 of us maybe, and then like the last time this girl come walking in about 8:30, we were just about ready to wrap up, and so she come and joined us, and we sat there, and she shared her poems, and we shared again what we had, and read the Renga poem and whatever. Anyway, this one, Gary and I and this kid named Fritz. It's Well, he was billing himself as a graffiti artist the first time that that I met him, but he's actually a returning member or whatever. You know, he come and shared and talked about his writings, and we wrote this renga. The lion emerged from a dark plain, full of light. It circles slowly, duality. Its spirit balanced the landscape. The lion roamed around, looking for a lamb to make friends with. All this constant roaming led the lion to gather friends, and the darkness fell away like a morning sunrise. Its paws were weary like worn leather. Although it was content, camaraderie was near. All the creatures compared their paws, which were soft or which were raw. They started shopping around for shoes. Lions don't usually shop for shoes, but maybe when their paws are tired and blue or wired and new. They all had different colors, light beings casting rainbows in the sky. They followed that rainbow until it ended. They found a pot of gold. They sat there before their gold and thought about the rainbow that had led them there and wondered if it would return to the horizon.
This mic is singing.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to this. I've never first timer here, Andy Blight. Give it up for him. All right. And ready your ears.
This first song I'm going to play is, I'd say it's an anticipation piece. So imagine you're in a desert and you've been riding on a horse a very long time. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. Next one's one of my favorites to play. This is a song I wrote pretty recently.
Robby Fischer is right here. So give it up for him.
Shut up, Josh. I'm Robby. Thanks. I have something else that I wanted to plug shamelessly, completely shamelessly. I'm in a band called One Blown Speaker. All right, thank you. All right. We have an EP release show. We've been working on this CD for a really long time. And yeah, we're finally gonna have like a big, huge release party. And this is the poster for it, obviously. So I'm just gonna leave it up here so it can kind of like sink in and you can absorb it. Because I forgot to mention it, this one show we had a couple weeks back. And like now I've just been overcompensating at every show since then. I'm just like plugging it over and over. But yeah, I really wanted to play an acoustic thing because I have a few songs that I wrote that actually like mean a lot to me that I play in the band, but you can't really tell as much because it's really loud and I'm like screaming a lot of the words a lot louder, so I wanted to kind of do it in a setting where the words are actually understandable. So this first song, it's called Heaven. It's about something that I just went through recently where me and what the hell I'll just say me and my dad had this huge like kind of confrontation or whatever because he sold this one piece of land that we own that was really important to me. And anyways, in dealing with that, a lot of the people that I kind of looked to for advice, because I'm a Christian, a lot of my Christian friends, not a lot of them, just a few, just a choice select few, were like, kind of gave me this answer of like, oh, it's all right, it's like things on earth don't matter, it's just like an earthly thing. And like my mom kind of gave me that answer too. I'm like, I don't think that that's what heaven's all about. I don't think that that's why like the idea of heaven is, in the Bible or whatever in the first place. It's not so that we can just ignore earthly things. And so I wrote a song and it's called I'm Not Going to Heaven When I Die. On the streets of Calcutta, yeah, 2006 mission trip for the summer. Scenes coming from a documentary suffering that made a kind of scene look sanitary. We were coming from a different world where the cash that we took to the mall could feed a boy or a girl for a year over here. But the pastor never said it, he just covered up his eyes with the Bible and he read it. It sung out loud, that is, Jesus was saving. If you just say a little prayer before you slip in your grave, there will be nothing wrong. Because he would know that this life is not what matters and you're saving your soul. So he holds the babies, smiling and passing a Bible tract before leaving quickly and returning to his Cadillac and patting himself on the back, straighten up his tie. But I just thought as I watched him drive by, if heaven's a place that you go after you're dead, you could give my seat to another instead. If heaven's a place that you go when you die, well take my wing, 'cause I'd rather not fly. I would rather not fly. 2010 back home with my hands in the sky, disbelief in my voice, single tear in my eye, and I was watching as a dozer in a train pouring cement down on the bases I used to play. Thrown up a second too late it seems. Yeah, stop. The company told me that the owner of the trees and this place is coming cold like the smoke in the breeze. And so we shouldn't set our sights on quote worldly things. But that broke the living like a last straw. Heavy burden got me scratching my back. Right when I'm seconds away from up inside in the south pole, I just opened my mouth and then I told them what I saw. I said, maybe God ain't all that far away, or maybe heaven is so impossible. Maybe it could be here today. The decisions that you make in the breath that you take, gotta find right now, so you really shouldn't wait. Open up and out, find a way that you can make this world look less like hell. Because if heaven's a place that you go after you're dead,
my seat to another instead. If heaven's a place that you go where you die, will take my way, cause I'd rather not fly. I would 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 rather not fly.
This is another song that I wrote about the kind of times when you like go through a hard time and you're like, okay, well I got that over with, now it's gonna get better, and then it doesn't get better. It kind of like goes the other way, and you're like, when is this, like this isn't how it works in like the books that I've read or whatever. So when does it get better? This song is called Unresolved. The tale of a boy with a song and his radio on, and he thought if he practiced so long it wouldn't be long till the day when they flew him away, when they offered him fame. Then they came in and made a mistake and they sent him away, and he drops to his knees saying, please Jesus, please, if this ain't a part of your plan, then why are my dreams a disease? So it goes like a rose floor, blowing show after show beneath the smoke of the bar. He finally comes to know that the mind's a story that doesn't resolve. The mind is a problem that is never quite solved. Attractive, and in fact she did it all for a man, and I think she can, till the night when he talks in his sleep and the name that he's speaking to somebody else's. Who can she tell when all her friends are his friends, or folks that pretend that they know her, who then again don't even know them at all, and there's nowhere to fall, so she cries beneath the breath inside of a dressing room, starts saying, the mind's a story that doesn't resolve. The mind is a problem that is never quite solved. I'm sorry, that's all. This isn't the movies, and the true letters don't work out how it should, yeah. And then again, I never said I was a fan of Hollywood, yeah. 'Cause mine's a story that doesn't resolve. And mine's a problem that's never quite solved. Josh, would you like to come up and do a song together?
Not really. After that, cool.
Hi, my name is Joshua Clark.
Hey, Josh.
Nice to meet you all. How are you guys doing? I'm great, thanks for asking. Anyway, no, I'm sorry, that's a Tim Minchin joke. we're gonna do something. Yo. Heartbeat break, smart key, pace silent. Heartbeat break, part breathe, pace violence. Car keys break, hard knee shake, crime is dark feast, stays far, pace, wait, silence. Heartbeats ache, slide weave, snake by us in the dark. Heat slate, dry leaves, break, tie us in the park, keep sake. While dreams fake, try us in a snarky way. But bar behaves pious. But it's for someone from other judges to riot out. Keep the rooms and ultra with some that's the finest out. Tangle, mangles of ribbons riding out. Managing, panicking, hiding route. I'll show you all many, I'm planning ravage inside of blouse. I'll be damned if you stand and passing, blasting your silence mouths. I burn it twice, get real with it. I burn the fix, right, sit, feel. If it will turn this flip a bucket full of spit, sure. Grip a bucket lid, won't get pissed, get drunk, get this. Or if you're controlling timing, controlling pace, controlling conquer, provoking hate. Persecuting deliveries, round the sicker delivery of what's sacred, the victories found in richer vicinities. This house is locked in, season locked in. Hang on the scotch, cause I can't angle prop shit. Hang on the door, puddle window ain't locked shit. Hang on the floor, puddle window, the doctor, toxic. Crack all back, I'm like I'm the process. Mother wisdom when you wonder, but he remain pocketless. Stop this, rethink, begging of a peace break. Even up to keep pain, hanging on a keepsake. Brief for a brief break, here's to the streets sake. Blood sacrificial sacrilege unto these gates. Replay, beast mode DJ. Come to run through, these froze see play. Nervous for the last time that which thou hast these place. Remain with cheap praise, way apart, please face. Heartbeat race, keep pace silent. Heartbeat break, beat pace violence. Car keys break, hard knee shake, crimes. Dark feast taste, far peace, wait silence. Heartbeat snake, slide, we snake. Bias in the dark, heat slay. Dry leaves, straight, tie us in the park, keep sake. While dreams fake, try us in a snarky way while bar behaves. It is a bribe and let a legal slow and dire. Withholding fire, a strip stroke from their sire. Cause smoke from the fit folks, except with their desire. Higher, you need me, I do things they can't do. Higher, leave me, I free things they plan clues. Plant blues to choir a whip throw. When empire to dance to have to can't stop. Listen to the screams, picture drips and drawers instead of dreams of force and scenes. Skydiving, ritualistic synergy of a high blaze. Right blaze, right with this generously with a dry face. Tried rave, center of please sliding off. Lips numb, drips come, compass. Big guy lost, none, some hiding cross across the field. Force lost, some boss, a boss, a shield. You lost when you played, you thought today when I'm through. Or getting in the room, let's do control some mute settings. Okay, hold on. They ain't gonna catch that. I gotta, hold on, let me try it. Something different. What this, clocked in already, boss. No, I'm never clocked out. Working from the bottom up till I'm able to top out. Swimming under sea level, trying to see what the top's about. Pays for my life, wanna had a top snout. All while I dig in my pockets, waiting for cop outs. High in the car, low when the cops out. Hungry for the freedom of mind, freedom of time. On my grind every day till my sleepy eyes pop out. Speaking like that, these are the point you put a mops out. Can't stop now, too set on the goal. Sunset almost got jealous of my glow till I flowed and the sounds made a show. Wings turned solid, sun made it go. Maybe it was all a dream, but I never sleep. That's why I made it my name. I be throwing and catching seeds and mowing and raking leaves. Like my mind was a dog with too many seeds. So I make trees and these feelings up my sleeve. Ain't no way we ain't the best. Next, feel free to place your next bet. You fold the motherfuckers can look up on the next jet. Ain't got position, bite the curb, cause I know we the best. And respect is what I demand. Got the truth in my hand when I'm holding the mic. Exit stage left, do you think I ain't writing it right? Running through you all day, still walking the mic. Lame MCs can't comprehend the music I like. Because my music and lights, I only know this for a fact. Cause my music they bite and chew it up. Cause he never had the taste, so he threw it up. Little pups, listen to our rhymes. Get them all the time. It's your bootstraps pulling up. Pulling the gun on your fans as if they ain't good enough. Look, cunt, don't get pumped. Cause you think I ain't putting up. Look, cunt, don't get pumped. You see this grip is good enough, but it's all time wasted. Say it to their faces, it rhymes wasted. Still in the dark, jailed in small places. Look at they all shit faces. Can't believe it's still here. And they saw the wrong gates, elongated rights. By the night, complacent, too great. Sleeping too late. Closet cases, closet cases. Heartbeat race, smart keep pace silent. Heartbeat break, heart breathe, pace violence. Car keys break, hard knee shake, crimes. Heartbeat stays, far peak, wait silence. Heartbeat snake, slide, leave snake, bias in the dark. Heat slave, dry leaves, rank highest in the park, keep sake. I'll drink snake, try us in a snarky way while bar behaves bias.
Well, September 29th, it's a Saturday.
All right, one more time, give it up for Robby.
Yay. So this is Jenna and Noel.
I remember that too.
You didn't even do anything yet, they already clapped for you. You were loved.
Well, by some.
Can we give it up one more time for everybody who's been up on stage tonight? 'Cause we got a really dope lineup. There were some really cool artists, awesome guitar players, and some things I've never seen done in music before.
Where are you playing?
Am I playing anything?
If you do, Patrick probably won't. I don't know. You can? I don't know. You guys usually argue about that.
Patrick can play.
She's like, you can play.
Figures.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please open your ears and minds for Galapagos.
What do we play?
Let's start with No City, shall we? Yeah. Let's do a little mashup. Anybody know who A$AP Rock is? And the Beatles. Let's do it.
Let's try this again.
Let's try this again. Still the Beatles. Yeah. Yeah.
Here come our flats, I become grooving up slowly. Got juju, I know you want holy rolly. Got hair down to with me. Got to be a joker, he just do what it please. Come together.
Nope, that's not right.
Whatever. Let's start again.
Go ahead.
Warm up.
We haven't played together in a long time.
Yeah, but it's fun every time. Come on.
Here come our flats, I become grooving up slowly. Got juju, I know you want holy rolly. Got hair down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
There is a hole in front of the shovel in front of the pawn. 6 million gorillas for whom the graves yawn. Each will live his mulish days to choose his tool of trade. Fueling lanes that cue the cool charade and fuel the flames. View it through the clue into the civil. Just get the food and land like you the man and flew the coop over the pitfalls. Flashback, bashing and compassionate nano police who sat beneath an avalanche of jagging and inadequacies. And I would stop the violence more than I was Pontius Pilate. Cops and robbers riot by the piles of noxious sirens. All is gullible, you figure all man equal, no brainer. I take it as friends and neighbors didn't cater. Moms raised the babies through a very churchy 80s. Sunday mornings reinforced the waiting gates of Hades. And he brazen, but apparently inferno bound now. Put a man applaud recite his wrongs, he wouldn't bow down. Punishment should fit the reasons you must punish him. Never poach your skin or pull the color bugs from under them. Two opposing motherships shall not employ the gunner's debt. Its brotherhoods of public good do not employ the unctuous in you. Observing how they give it disproportionate to the take it the way. Decide to make it his day. All the stoic odium glow in the cold holster when he could have stood easily in the tub juggling toast.
Right now.
Come on.
Over me.
I picked the phone up with a grown-up mode approach. Skin crawling off the drawl and how it clawed the awkward tone up. I known it wasn't roses, but hoped it was less corrosive. Post into the grossest of the grossest diagnosis like Holmes. The barnacles that chew upon the flesh of man and chewed into a suitorous capital to a beggar's hand and comfortably. Some a stubborn legacy of gluttony like carnivores that burrow like hunters into the blood and meats. What? And chin up in a city's bitter pitting sit up letter on the spitting stigma. Along came a spider, sold her eggs to any buyer. Now the shooter in the back, his sticks like wider than the driver. To make no friends on the way to the top rung. There's no secret handshake, love, I do not give a what. But no, the cancers make the olive branches obviously standard. So when they extend from the yachts and mansions, drop your cannons. All kings hang them for the cliffside, trick try. Will he clip to zip line or slip for his final dip dive? If he lived, will he survive the milligrams of middle ground? They pump into the pinstripe pentagrams over Tinseltown or kill him and he'll trickle down the city with his scissors out as sickles. Dipped in military hell's bells and whistles round us to the east. Night of wild tribes, thank you for the peace on earth and mercy, my tide.
Right now.
But
Over me.
no city too far, no city too hard, no coma tonight, no city tomorrow, no fire too loud, no city too charred, no treaty to sign, no city to guard.
Come together.
No treaty to sign, no city to guard.
Come together.
But no city to sign and no city to guard.
Come together.
No treaty to sign, no city to guard.
Come together.
No treaty to sign, no city to guard.
That's cool. I probably should have checked it first. Like a good guitarist would.
We sound great out of key. No. Glory!
How did I know?
Because it's
We
always
have
our
5
second song.
songs. That's probably.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's our first.
I stage on the street, concrete acoustic style to lay down the beat. Bomb beat, boom, back, riled up and nothing bust to bring the crew cast down. But first, roll it up before we do that sound. And sure enough, the pedals are breaking, slowly and settle to make great for everything great to settle and flake. I break for the movement and gets the grain tuning, but a pitch too high and don't realize they consuming. Pointless to bring it to them if you don't know what you're doing. Considering intention enough to represent schooling. I polish, I stay pruning. I'm brewing it comes to tunes, and I'm embarrassed and offended about this when they say it's stupid. They acting as if they really think lasting of this. They're working hard or on the opposite dash is fence. Well, I laugh when they dance and think clever isn't sense. When my sense tells me that they let these senses to be bent.
So you want me to rock no star? Well, listen, man, well, listen, man. Oh, no, rock no star, you're ready, Dan, you're ready, Dan. Are you ready for the glory? 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 Oh, like a sleeping around, hey, messing around, and I abuse it. Oh, like I'm breaking down, take to choose, brother, you'll lose it. Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory?
This is part brains, part balls, part art, part brawls, part feet, part stalls, and every one of us smart. Don't make me believe in it, for you to see the significance within every instrument and get to the difference. But the sequence can be sequenced if you really love believing in the real, we lost believing. And they lie to see our remnants, but enough of what we breathing about. Time to let the demons labor and deserve. And with these words, howling demons, there's a whole road out there for you to remain deep in. The pieces of the city you spent your whole life needing the beacon calling you out. You living without breathing, you speaking without reading and settlements have you squeaking by without even seeking a new way to see or thinking. But if you actually let what you surround yourself thinking, you wouldn't be left with one shred of strength. From the beatings and Galapagos from south to rose, what's supposed for greetings?
So you want me to rock no star? Well, listen, man, well, listen, man. Oh, no, rock no star, you're ready, Dan, you're ready, Dan.
Come on.
Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory?
High as a kite, got my mic, got my height, got it right. Got styles, got stars, sharp for sharp, fight for nights, fight for nights. Got my height, got my mic, got it right. Got styles, got stars, pop the charts, fight the lights.
So you want me to rock no star? Well, listen, man, well, listen, man. Oh, no, rock no star, you're ready, Dan, you're ready, Dan. Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory? Are you ready for the glory?
Yay, Patrick, for finishing that song, even though he dropped his pick because he's so BA. I know that hurt. I know that hurt. What do you want to do? Is there a limit? 3 songs? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 3 or 15 minutes.
3 or 15 minutes? What do you got?
3 or 15, is that what it is?
3 or 15?
Well, I don't know, we should do one where I sing a little more.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking you. What do you want to do?
Can you? Oh, yeah, that one works.
Black can be the aftershock. Laughter's breed of the last to drop. Vocal cords and voodoo gurus who know the laughing stops. Black can be the aftershock. Laughter's breed of the last to drop. Vocal cords and street, not blind to the beast, but dying for the feast. I die for the lips that those words didn't teach. Eyes like whirlpool skin, caramel skin, lip curled on a hip, hip pearl with a dip, pose first then speak. Obsession ain't love, but it tastes so sweet. Almost as much as such strutting can follow. When you say no, it's hollow to the horse keep. When you say go, I hit the bottle, even motor. When I flip mode, you hit the throttle to the flow while he grip his teeth to his lips for the whole ride. But she bites the dust, he must
to the climb for tomorrow only, but satisfied I never shall be. I write a letter, just a few short lines. I suffer death 10,000 times, like it's the color of my true love's hand. Her lips are like some roses found, sweetest smile and the gentlest of hands. I love the ground where all she stands.
I love the ground because I hold my hands up, pound for a cat clone. I love the ground because the rebel is my backbone. Straight from its skin and it's and you can't dance on four. I'm a more, I'm a rip, I'm a flat tone. You're adored. The cliff that they catch on, beat that they rap on, angel they worship. Sleep I can't cease since it's back, cause in person takes me back to the trap in the perfect curtains. Curse for the rapture disturbed it. You would hate and hurt and pain this, and I loved every single thing you made us. Stomp my fire, blew the ashes. I reformed it, it clung like madness. But the tragic part, all this happened right before I got some pills outlasted her and my sanity, vanity captain. Never got the chance to ever tell her that I hated her. Wish I never made it her, even though I hated her. And you were defending her image captured.
My own true love, I love you like the stars above. If that had not done, I never had seen. I'll not treat you as you have done me. Some roses fast, the sweetest smile, and the gentlest of hands. I love the ground where all she stands.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's the? Can we do one more?
Yeah, go more.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
She said she wanted to do more stuff when she sings.
The only other song I can think of is the one that everyone knows.
Make one up.
Do you want to do a remix?
About a dog. Make a
Can
song
you
about a
play
dog.
the first part?
How about you play the first part? He picks up like we always do.
I know, but we said that I wasn't gonna.
Oh God.
I'll try.
All right.
Okay. Disappointment has a name. It is spelled in the drops of blood from my bleeding heart. Is it all that came to you? Didn't mean anything.
It's not my song.
There was a time I believe everything you'd say. Not today, hey, you betrayed me. And you played me goodbye. But I'm not a toy. Take it somewhere else now. Disappointment has a name. It is spelled with a capital. Why?
I love these people. God. Freaking love. Sing it, girl. Come on.
Disappointment has a name. It is spelled in the drops of blood from my bleeding heart. Is it all that came to you? Didn't mean anything. There was a time I believe everything you'd say.
Really?
Not today, hey.
Okay.
You betrayed me. And you played me goodbye.
It's like that.
But I'm not a toy.
No, you're not.
Take it somewhere else now. Disappointment has a name. It is spelled with a capital. Why?
Yeah, make a point, you disappointed, you disgusted, you enjoy it. Enroll and list and deploy it, call it business, then deploy it. On a business, then deploy it. Black and white, your appetites of WEB, deploy it. Applying a tripping man and fan the hammer of the afterlife. Half the night's enjoyment passes right. As the heights get piped with and laugh disappointment. With my thanks and unemployment, gonna pick the fill its own. Still she's singing the same voice, begging me to kill the moment.
Give you hands.
Still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same voice. Still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same voice.
When you're ripping my heart out, boy.
Singing the same, still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same voice. Make a point, you disappointed, you disgusted, you enjoy it. Enroll in this and employ it, call it business and employ it. You business and enjoy it, black and white, your appetite. WEB, deploy it. Applying a tripping man and fan the hammer of the afterlight. After night's enjoyment passes right, as the lights get bright, but it lasts disappointment. With my thanks and unemployment, gonna pick the bill its own. So she's singing the same voice, trying to kill the moment.
Disappointment has a name.
Still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same voice.
Disappointment has a name.
Still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same voice.
Disappointment has a name.
Still she's singing the same, still she's singing the same voice.
Why? Alright, so I didn't actually prepare a set list or
have any particular songs in mind. So, I'm going to start with something that's a cover that happens to be a favorite of someone.
Is it?
There are faces, there are smiles, so many teeth, too many arms and legs and eyes and flesh and buttons all around me. I'm a watching and I'm a breathing and I'm a pushing and I'm a wishing that these walls would not be talking quite so loudly. I have lost it once before, I have pulled myself up from the floor, and I am looking for a reason to stay standing. But sometimes it's just too much, it's not enough for something else, it's so much bigger than my head, it's too demanding. Sometimes the fastest way to get there is to go slow. And sometimes if you wanna hold on, you've got to let go. I'm gonna close my eyes and count to 10. I'm gonna close my eyes, and when I open them again, everything will make sense to me then. I have met so many people, and we've exchanged so many words, we've said it all, and we've said nothing, but it's changed us. I have known a lot of men, some were lovers and some were friends, but all together were we merely passing strangers. They'll control you with their silence, and they'll control you with their words. You'll control them with your body's coded signals. In the wild and tangled gardens of our insecurities, we lose our heads into each other's hidden pitfalls. Sometimes the fastest way to get there is to go slow. And sometimes if you wanna hold on, you've got to let go. I'm gonna close my eyes and count to 10. I'm gonna close my eyes, and when I open them again, everything will make sense to me then.
I need a cigarette. It's killing it here.
He dances around inside my head, and I don't think he knows it yet. These past few days I've been thinking crazy. Baby, do you want me to? I think that we could possibly be happy together now. All right.
How old are you? How old are you?
19.
Tone it down, right? Like that.
Thank you.
You have more
This,
experience, man. You gotta keep doing this stuff.
I will.
She's fine. She's 27.
Whatever. This is a recent song. It's a little bit more fun. I don't think that you get it. You don't get what I'm getting at. I don't think that you get it. I need a man. 'Cause the winter gets cold, and this pillow cannot hold me. My everyday gets old. Then I remember what you told me. You said, hold on, what's the rush? Ain't no use chasing a simple crush. Good things come to those that wait. Don't sell yourself short, or else you will be far too late. But the winter gets cold, and this pillow cannot hold me. My everyday gets old, but he might have just sold me. He's got the perfect hair and a bedroom stare. He don't even care that he's gorgeous. He's a simple guy, but he stays so fly, and he's always taking notice of the things I do. He can see straight through any wall I built between us. His words are sweet, sweep me off my feet. I think that I'll enjoy this, 'cause the winter gets cold, and I want you to hold me. A new day will unfold. We'll take it on boldly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Should I do one more?
Yes.
One more? Okay.
No. Why am I not on that track? There's a remix.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah. I haven't heard that one yet.
I sent it to you. You didn't listen to it. Yes, I did.
Then your
Patrick got it.
Then your
Why
phone
did
quality is crap. Because
Patrick
I
got
listen to the things you send me.
No, you don't. Half the time I have to to remind you.
No, I just don't say anything. Look at all the feedback. You really need to blow it on your head too.
I'm trying to think of what to play. I knew a boy who got swallowed up by the sky, by the flashing lights. I knew a man who got lost in the deep dark blue and came out alive. I knew a boy, I knew a man who looked a lot like you. Sorry, it's been a while since I've sang this one. I knew a time you could stand still beside, never rushing by. I knew a place you could go for your head to explode into peace of mind. I knew a time, I knew a place that felt a lot like you. I knew a boy, I knew a man who looked a lot like you. I knew a smile I could see through all the stones that the world had thrown. I knew a friend who would hold on to the flames, keep them from burning you. I knew a smile, I knew a friend who looked a lot like you. I knew a boy, I knew a man who looked a lot like you.
Wow, I'd have to follow that.
I know it's brutal. Try being in a group with her.
What a beautiful voice.
So sucks.
If I could sing half that well, I'd quit my day job. Anyway, I'm gonna do some assorted blues by some assorted greats. I want to welcome all you weary travelers and galactic entities to this fine place here on Earth at this moment in time. Anyway, bear with me. I'm gonna do a little slide work. I like things that slide. Had a girlfriend, she slid right on down the road. Sun slides over the edge of the earth. I hope it slides back up tomorrow. Am I on? All right. Somewhere in here. All right. All right, I'm gonna do a song by a girl called Memphis Minnie, When the Levee Breaks.
Yeah.
Keep on ready, levee's going to break. Keep on raining, levee's going to break. Levee breaks, I'll have no
feudal or something. Let me see. I'll try another great that came up from the Delta. Some of the old guys came up from the Delta and went to Chicago. This guy just happened to come up from the Delta and go to Detroit. It's one by John Lee Hooker.
Yep.
From Kingston, and I roll my den. Well, I'm a crawling Kingston, and I roll my den. Want you hanging around my leg. One hell for myself. Got me crawling, baby. Grass was very high. Just gonna keep on crawling now till the day I die. Crawling Kingston, and I roll my den. Got me crawling, baby. The grass was very high. I'm just gonna keep on crawling now till the day I die. 'Cause I'm a crawling Kingston, and I roll my den. Well, I'll try one more. And this is one by Muddy Waters. It's called Walking Blues. this morning, feeling around for my shoe. You could tell right away. Had them walking blue. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. Well, Lord have mercy, you know I got down and walking blue. Old people say don't worry, oh, them blues ain't bad. You know it's the worst damn feeling I most ever had. They said don't worry, boy, oh, blues ain't bad. Lord have mercy, what's the feeling I ever had? Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoe. You know right, baby, had them walking blue. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoe. Well, Lord have mercy, you know I had them walking blue.
It's pronounced Lockluster. Lock. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm always late, so I gotta follow these amazing acts like Galapagos and Jenna, and that blues was just incredible. So I hope I can bring it up to par, and we'll see. But before I do that, who here's been to a poetry show before? I know we've had a lot of music tonight. We've had 1, 2, 8, 10, great. So for those that haven't, it's kind of like in the words of Ethereal, it's kind of like poetry DVR. Basically, at any point you can tell me to rewind. Yep, you do that too. And that'll make me go back to the last line I know, or you can just stop it midair.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell me, you know, whatever, because I kind of have mush mouth sometimes. So if that's cool, say cool.
Cool.
Cool. This first one's, if I can remember it, it's called Ghetto Girl. Nice. Thank you. You guys laugh. That's great. You've mistaken my aimless wanderings for planned exploration through the curvy avenues of your body. An explorer's wanderlust where I've carelessly caressed gold plaques of your thighs, thrown bricks through cathedral eyes, and flicked enough wishing whispers like stray matches in your ears to light the way and hope you would never feel used. But you do feel confused, and worry has been driven into the dead-end streets across your face when all I'm looking for is a quick place to stir out the smoldering flame before my body turns to ash. You told me to be at home in you, and your asphalt makeup paved over potholes and gritty dirt road past, but it wasn't enough to keep my teenage feet from walking to greener grass. You may think I turned your subdivided youth into a student ghetto, but that wasn't my intention. And although my drifting through your city limits was brief, I've dragged my name and dreams through wet cement and spent precious time pouring a path down your spine, connecting your broken heart to mine. Like an ugly scar as a part of you, I'm permanent. Woo! And I like people to not condescend to me, and I like people, if they don't like it or if they don't get it, I want them to boo. I want them to question what I have to say, because honestly, when everyone's just polite, you never learn how to really do what you're doing well. So if you guys don't like it, or if you don't understand, or if you have some opposite ideas against what I'm putting out there, please stand up and say something. If you do like it, here's the other cool part. You can like hoot, holler, you can make some noise, you jump down. I respond to energy. So So I'll put it out there if you guys want to throw it back. We'll play a little basketball and shit. This next one is a little long. It's called Horny Ski Mask Demons. And it's about economic options. There's a sick hipster appeal to living in a town this real. There's little here for fun and home is hell for some who dip out to craft big city lives from the scraps of kings. The best of us hired as escape artists at age 18, but there's no need to blame the evacuees, they did their time. And only God knows what it means when most fields in the city were first built up dreams burnt down rapidly to erase bad memories. Woo. The boom times are gone and so is prosperity. The only boom that makes money now involves liquor store robbery and business is good. Beyond weed, greed, and exploitation is the backbone of our economy. Heavens forbid someone forgive the need to survive and no one provides hope or a living salary. What? Unions establish a false sense of security but the ease of certain things, like summoning cash by smiling, smug, sawed-off fangs, reminds us that the devil works in mysterious ways when coping with desperation and hunger pains, or if seeking alternatives to the martyrdom of minimum wage. Even with paradise underfoot, inner demons cause generational pain. Maybe instead of being the destitute descendants of opportunities, haze, perhaps horny ski-mask demons is a more fitting phrase. Rewind! Maybe instead of being the destitute descendants of opportunities, haze, perhaps horny ski-mask demons is a more fitting phrase. Yeah. Isn't that what the headlines read? Action news, spicing up the verbiage, planting seeds. And in TV times like these, everybody needs a sacrificial savior to disrupt the feed. What? Or a monk making a stand in gasoline for feel ease and take the lead, but that's not me. Fiends seeking another funeral by fire truck should crack a beer. Look, as Arson City cashes in on bad luck and low self-esteem. Slashed wrists, spewing flames, delayed results of fools falling for a hangman's dream while leaders drive away in full ironies, trailed by folded factories. Stay here long enough, there's a real chance of getting stuck, stoned or broke in a pothole rut. A loony wolf, tricked in twiddling thumbs while the trapper comes instead of gnawing off its own foot. For a second, imagine starting over. As the same kitty cherubs, still choosing to chisel wild horns from woolen halos, but this time let it be lightning. This time, as trusty corporate angels, rob the system and earn yourself a bailout because while everyone agrees that you should agree to everything, and refer to a pair of split-kissed pistol lips mouthing seriousness for some dumb, gunmetal ventriloquist, you follow me? Rewind! Because while everyone agrees that you should agree to everything, when referred to a pair of split-kissed pistol lips mouthing seriousness for some dumb, gunmetal ventriloquist, the truth is obvious to any idiot that the security camera is paparazzi enough to know you won't get away with it. Funny. How many registers are already stripped down to their nickels and cents before the bad guys arrive to cash out the Coinstar contents? A corporate crook still collecting decades worth of ruinous rents. Nothing left to steal and Flint except the fillings from our teeth, so thank God mine are made from PVC. Half the population lives up to polluted expectations and never leaves a shallow sea. Waiting to steal kisses from a non-existent princess while croaking on modernity. Possessed with angry notions, the young trade salvation for a 23, destined to repeat the cycle until hellbound, shot down, and murderous, rich and free. Into the day we sacrifice ourselves, even though there's nothing left but vast foundation slabs like wailing walls, where the temple used to be. True believers conditioned to die or live trying, nothing new but keep moving and laugh about this tragedy. Before I go on, you guys know about the Writer's Circle, right? Right? If you didn't, it meets every Thursday at Churchill's at 7 o'clock. What time is that?
7 o'clock.
What day?
Thursday.
Every Thursday, that's right. Ryan Bellows is running it right now. It's a really great group. They're really just putting their minds together, and it's a good place that doesn't really judge. It's really cool. And if you like that, I run a bi-monthly poetry thing at Churchill's. The next one's going to be October 6th. It's called Support Your Local Poet Open Mic. It's free, but you can't beat free. It's 9 p.m. It's, like I said, Saturday, October 6th, followed by a free set from DJ Michael A. afterwards. So come on out if you guys want to do something. We get poets, comedians, sometimes musicians. So check it out. You guys want to hear a couple more?
Yeah.
This one's called Sad Arson Hearts. I only go for girls with dry wit and sad arson hearts. The ones I date lick lips, dragging Zippo clicks across their chests, playfully threaten to go through with it, and I'm a fool. I'm a fool for that. I'm just a product of my environment. I'm not the girls that nibble on their fingertips determined to sit because the future's stamped with hopelessness. No, I'm down with the defiant chicks that phoenix out with basic foreclosure or having their copper dresses stripped. I've learned not all of us can be fixed, but I'm stuck on girls that repossess their own destinies. Even if that means the whole squatting, Inferno, Juliet, Romeo, Poison Dagger thing. I've spent dizzying nights with girls who giggle about their crumbling lipstick architecture. If I can say that. In the bitter Michigan winter. Wondering if a little fire will bring them clarity. As a kid, I dreamt about fixing the derelict buildings of my Midwestern city, all of which have since been erased by fire, work crews, and misery. I knew little about CPs or girls and less about the real world, but I've known the sharp pain of heartbreak and disappointment well enough by now that it barely phases me. Sometimes I've seen you to sacrifice a house full of dreams, even if that means setting up camp on a patch of new grass and reimagining. Yeah. We'll do one more. That's cool. So. You guys enjoying it? Yeah! It's a little heady. It's about houses and stuff, so it's kind of like metaphorical. This next is a piece of something longer. I'm going to shoot a piece of it. And it's a poem I wrote 2 years ago now. And there's all this stabber, hoorah. You guys remember that? Yeah. The guy was going around targeting people. And I felt like there's a big Detroit thing going on. People are targeting cool and derelict and a lot of fun stuff. So I'm going to start in the middle of this. In the middle, it starts out like this. We were born to blame the systematic hustle. Born test rats for electric haterade and institutions bound to crumble. A habitat designed for breeding low-life scum and trouble. High-rise buildings taken as trophies, ashen children forced to stumble. And the sidewalk cracks are getting bigger as more spirits haunt the trigger, as the victims clutch their fingers, fearful of their neighbors. Nothing works and everyone labors. Now the stabber hunted daybreak in darkness on safari for hope and swagger. We're wild left to them. Beasts once tame, now lame or haggard. Our herds thinned out and staggered, but these predators can be captured. They're like venomless snakes, their fables keep them raptured. They pray in grassy chapels, we pray eat only apples, but they're fermented in a tonic. And we live drunk off of the knowledge, sloshed to the moon, happy howling, cuckoo-ca-choo! Right? My pelt looks like this, but scowling. Your eyes are bejeweled, hollow points squeezed by ivory rings. There's blood on your shoes, young bucks like me with horns removed, egos bruised. The hunted, desperate, learn to see. The hungry, fed up, yearn to feed. You see, decay's got a lively following. So slop up tourist pigs and slather meatless ribs, gravy, gasping, butchered, wallowing. There's cavities in the canines and arrogance like proud out, proudly leaving lasting legacies, deliberate with depravity. There's dead-eyed decoys strung up by gravity.
Rewind.
Leaving lasting legacies, deliberate with depravity. We're all dead-eyed decoys strung up by gravity. Yeah. Pendulums in the clockwork, running out of time. Our children mean mug the sun for shine. Regression gnawing on the spine. Epitomize unraveling because bitter grapes make better wine.
Oh! Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Little backstory. So, sitting in web design and I have to do something for a skit I'm filming later, and so I just wrote this poem. And I thought, why not say it?
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, here it is. An ode to my love. Your eyes are like glass shards. Your personality so stunning. You roar like an animal and send people running. Your hair is a bird's nest. Your nose is quite runny. You walk like a hippo, which is pretty funny. I wish you were thinner. I hope you get smarter. For the first, I can help you. Here, take my mom's garter. At last, you're a beauty for all blind to see. Now kiss my face swiftly before I can flee.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right, so just a few seconds ago, as I walked up here, I heard a request for Freebird. If I live here tomorrow. No? Oh, well. All right, this is one of Josh's favorites. Also, I have this disease where I don't get any time to memorize my own lyrics or write anything or practice anything. So I'm going to do a couple, mostly with the little bit of time I have, I'm pretty much just going to do covers. So. How'd you work through the garden? You got also have this disease where I fuck everything up and have to start over again.
I have the fuck up disease too.
Yeah, you know.
Medleyitis.
It's fucked up, you know?
When you walk through the garden, you've got to watch your back. Where I beg your pardon, off that straight and narrow track. When you walk with Jesus, He gonna save your soul. You just gotta kill the devil. Waiting down in the hole. He's got fire and fury, and he's coming. Wait, don't let you worry. Hold on to Jesus' hand. We'll be safe from sin. When they find the road, you just gotta keep the devil. Waiting down in the hole. Well, how do you just start to say, sing about Jesus' mighty soul, and they shoot you with their wings, they keep you close to the Lord, pay no heed to temptation, oh, His hands are so cold, you just gotta keep the devil. Waiting down in the hole. Down in the hole. Waiting down in the hole. Waiting down in the hole. Down in the hole.
All right, this one I actually did right.
You say love me, well that's a lie. Baby, you wouldn't feel love if you tried. Say I left you out to dry. Sorry I explained the tears in your eyes. Well, nothing lasts forever. Just stop counting that song. But if you needed me, you should have called. I move on with my life. I'm all wrong way, I'm gonna leave this all behind. The choice we make were just mine. I cut your memory out of my mind, but you can't move on with your life. Can't free yourself from all that strife. Choice we make were just yours. Neither one of us will make it out the door. Well, nothing lasts forever. Just stop counting that song. But if you needed me, you should have called. You should have called. You should have called. Should've gotten on your knees, you should have crawled. You should have crawled, you should have crawled. Nothing lasts forever, just stop caring, that's all. If you needed me, you should have called. And now it has gone by. When you think about me, baby, I hope you cry. If I could do it over again, don't think I'd ever let it all begin. Well, nothing lasts forever, just stop caring, that's all. If you needed me, you should have called. You should have called. You should have called. Should have gotten on your knees. You should have crawled. You should have called. You should have called. Nothing lasts forever. We're not special, no, not at all. If you needed me, you should have called.
Let's see if my voice will allow for this.
Blast out tonight, trouble in the Harlem, got a head-on collision, smashed on in my guts, man. Caught in the crossfire, and I don't understand. There's one thing I know for sure, girl, I don't give a damn. The same old blood I seems me, I don't give a damn. The sun's the in-betweens, I want the heart, I want the soul, I want control right now. Better listen to me, baby, talk about a dream, try to make it real. You wake up in the night, but the fear is so real. You spend your life waiting for a moment that just don't come. Don't waste your time waiting, Badlands. You gotta live every day. Let a broken heart stand, there's a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing us on the stool, let these Badlands start treating us good. Working in the fields, you get your backbone, working with the wheels. Yeah, you get your facts, baby, I got my facts. Done real good right now. Better get it straightened out. Old man wanna be rich, rich man wanna be king. And can be satisfied till he rules everything. We'll go out tonight, we'll find out what I got. Well, I believe in the love that you gave me. I believe in the fight that can save me. I believe in the hope and I pray that someday they raise me above these Badlands. You gotta live it every day. Let the broken heart stand. There's a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing us on the stool. Let these Badlands start treating us good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too bad an ocean, yes, an ocean deep inside. It ain't no sin to be glad you're alive. Won't find one face, it ain't looking through me. Won't find one place I wanna spit in the face of these Badlands. You gotta live it every day. Let the broken heart stand. There's a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing us on still.
right, give it up for Patrick. One more time. All right, and with that, we conclude this month's collab night. Thank you all very much. Every month I say this, but it's been a great night. It's completely worth it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
I'm pro-choice. Let the woman decide. Anyways, thank you all very much. Please give your love to Ken. Good beans, Ken. He lets us be here. I'm very appreciative of that. And yeah, come back next month. Every third Wednesday of the month, we're right here, 7 to 10, excuse me. Every other Wednesday, if you want to come to the Creative Alliance regular meetings, you want to know what's happening and what we're all about. Churchill, 7 o'clock every Wednesday. Be there. And yeah, that's it. Do me a favor and look around you, pick up any trash. And yeah, everyone have a safe night, and we'll see you next month. Thank you very much.
Just trying to get one of this pictures together.